Yeah.
Hello, Alex.
Don't do that. Hello and welcome.
Sorry. I'm trying to do my best to assure you that I'm not going to do something.
Just give me 5 seconds.
What do you mean, give you 5 seconds? He's back.
Hello and welcome to another episode of G4J Does Fantasy Football. We are at... I can't believe it.
Welcome to another episode of Goalposts For Jumpers Does Fantasy Football. I'm here today with Alex.
Fuck you.
Obviously, we were away for the last 2 weeks for the bank holiday weekend. Alex, just very briefly, how did your team do? I think some people done great, some people done bad, but you're in the bracket of doing terrible. Am I right?
Yeah, I did awful. Game week 3 wasn't an absolute disaster, but game week 4 was. We'll just recap on game week 3.
Yeah.
I scored 59 points. Salah scored twice as my captain. So luckily that dug me out of a hole. Sterling got a goal. Martial got an assist. Sionchu got an assist.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good
Adams got me 2 points.
Good stuff. Well, I got the 52 points. Aguero, kind of the rose amongst the thorns with the 26 captain points. Jimenez scored, luckily. But yeah, terrible game week 3. Game week 4, though, for anyone who doesn't know, these are our day one teams. We cannot make a single change to these teams for the rest of the season. The loser at the end of the season has to get the jumper in our logo tattooed on their body for the rest of their life. I'm very excited this week to ask you how many points you got.
I got 42 points.
Okay.
Awful. I had such a good lead on you, and that's been almost wiped away. I'm still just about ahead, but 42 points. Robertson got a clean sheet. Kelly came in for Martial, who was injured, got me 6 points. But other than that, Salah, captain, got an assist, got me 12 points. Harry Kane scored. Didn't look on paper awful, but 42 points.
But it was awful.
Che Adams got me another 2 points. Hashtag Che Adams 2 points, by the way. What did you get?
Well, this week, mate, I killed it. My accidental vice-captain, Edison, got me 6 points. You had Robertson, who had a great game for Liverpool with the 6 points. Maguire, who is turned out to be a terrible call. That Man United defence, mate, you are leaking. You're terrible. Kyle Walker with the 6 points. Pereira, terrible call again, 2 points. Watford looked like relegation fodder. Thankfully, Frazier has finally paid dividends. I can see him getting a lot of assists this season. Zaha with the 3 points. Mane again with another goal. But Aguero, mate. Aguero, mate. Jimenez on the goal sheet again. I killed it, mate. 75 points.
Obviously, we've got the international break at the moment, so we've got 2 weeks of that. We're back on the 14th of September.
How does this work? So
what I've done is I've gone through players who typically do well against the clubs they're about to face. You've got to get these players in your team. Last time I called a few players. Todd Cantwell was our last shout. Got in there and scored a goal.
Yeah, you called that. Martial.
Get in, Todd Cantwell. Martial.
Called that.
My goalkeeper for after the international break. Alisson is still out injured, and we still do not know when he'll be back. Adrian at 4.6 million against Newcastle.
Get him in your team.
4.6 million.
4.6 million. I'm tempted to drop my Edison, who is a good choice to have a goalkeeper, but that extra 1.4 million in your bank.
My defender is another Liverpool player. Now this one is a little bit more expensive, but Trent Alexander-Arnold, 3 assists so far this season in 4 games already. He got 3 assists against Newcastle last season over 2 games. He's 7 million. But I think Newcastle will find it hard to score at Anfield. Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously, his biggest plus is going forward. So definitely. I think a couple of assists. Adrian at the back. If they keep a clean sheet, those two will bring you loads of points.
Who's your midfield?
My midfielder is Christian Eriksen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously got the goal against Arsenal.
Got a goal against Arsenal North London derby. He's 8.8 million. So he's obviously, I think he's dropped a little bit. I think he started out at 9 million because he hasn't played. He's dropped a little bit. So he's at a cut price at the moment, 8.8 million. First goal of the season. He got a goal and assist against Palace last season at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
So he likes playing against Palace. Striker, mate. I think everyone is always on the lookout for a striker to bag themselves points. I'm happy with my day one team strikers, I gotta be honest. But for everyone who can actually change their team,
the striker this week I think you should put in is the one and only Che Adams.
That's obviously a lie.
It's not. The striker this week I think is Chris Wood.
Wow, okay.
6.3 million. I'm backing him to get his first goal of the season. Hasn't scored. Ashley Barnes has been stealing the show this season so far.
That's a big shout right now.
Well, he scored twice against Brighton, and this is who Burnley plays, Brighton after the international break. Twice against Brighton at the Amex last season. I think Chris Wood, Ashley Barnes is a great partnership. I fancy Chris Wood to bag a goal. He always gets a couple of goals every season. He is one of those sort of strikers, always in the right place, right time. I fancy him to get a goal.
Well, that's Alex's tips and tricks for fantasy football this week. Thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe down below because you're in with a chance of winning that PS4 and
PlayStation 4.
Again, listen to our podcast on
Please do. Apple, Spotify,
and all the rest.
Google
Cheers
Podcasts.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
That was awkward what you just did then.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Jumpers. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Jumpers.